This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not explaining to my intern exactly what R&B is, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And back in my day, when we wanted to hear the radio, we had to stick a couple of coat hangers on Grandpa's head so his cavity fillings could pick up an AM station. But it's the 21st century now, so whenever I want to hear Rainier Avenue Radio.world, I listen to it on the brand new Rainier Avenue Radio app on my Android or iPhone. Download it for free at the Google Play Store or the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio.world app. This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not using my GPS to navigate the land of 1,000 dances, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Washington intiina badan waxaynu wadaagnaa in wadooyinka noqdaan kuwa nabadgelya marka waa inaanu telefoonada meel iska dhignaa laakiin taas sameynteedu ma fududa haddaba fadlan si faafi fariintan muhiimka ah tusaalena u noqo dadka kale koor intaadan jidka ku dhicin geli telefoonkaaga sanduuqa galofyada adoo u sheegaya dadka ay qasay weydii saaxiibada iyo qoyskaaga inay saas oo kala sameeyaan sababtoo ah markuu qof walba kaalintiisa ka soo baxo wadada waxay noqonaysaa mid ammaan ah si wada jir ayaynu taa ku gaari karnaa fariintan waxay ka timid guddida badbaadada wadooyinka Washington.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not meeting Mrs. Jones in that cafe for a chat and nothing else, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not stopping a Mercer Island street brawl, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not cooking up a batch of my famous wood-flavored chicken, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Have you ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good?
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No.
Welcome to Metro League semifinal, WIAA state final, quarterfinals. Eastside Catholic versus Ferndale. It's me, Tony B, M. Yizzle Yasutaki the Younger.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Handoff up the middle. Pickup of about 5, maybe 6, Mike. The Eastside Catholic.
Yep. Mason Uribe. That's their go-to guy. Running and receiving. He's their top gun.
And we'll be hearing and we'll be saying that name a lot. Mason Uribe. Mikhail here. Short pass, and that's caught. And that's going to be enough for the first down for Eastside Catholic. Gabe Hoffman on the reception, 6'6", 245-pound senior tight end, always plays defensive end on the other side of the ball. M. Yizzle.
Yes.
How you doing, bro?
Good. That young man, number 88, is a big key to this game, too. Tight end.
Again, handoff inside. Uribe stopped by Ferndale. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. What do we expect to see out of Eastside Catholic today, Mike?
Basically, they're gonna run the ball a little bit. They're gonna set up their play action passing. Again, like I said, 88, Gabe Hoffman. They're gonna move him, split him out. Like right now, he's in the slot. They're gonna use him as a tight end. they're going to feature him some downs. But again, like I said, Mason Uribe is their leading rusher, and they're going to go. He's a go-to guy also.
2 receivers split to each side. Mackel here in the shotgun, rolls out to the right side, fires a pass complete, still on his feet, knocked out of bounds though, but not until after he picks up the first down. And so that's a pickup of 11. Now ball now on the side of the field of Ferndale, and pretty quickly Eastside Catholic starts marching down the field.
That was the young man, Brandon Ganashamoti.
Nice job.
Okay.
Handoff inside, still on his
breaking
feet,
down.
pounding his way in.
Just
That's
simple.
Richie Fatuali Aliafua.
Ali Ifua.
Ali Ifua.
Yes, he's that was just straight off guard. A gap. They're just blocking down and getting a good surge. Again, if they keep hitting him inside like that, watch for the play action pass. Now they have
First down at the 37-yard line. Mackel here in the shotgun, hands off
Uribe.
again to Uribe. Uribe bounces it out to the left side, nothing there on the right side. Almost
tackle.
outran and made it to the edge, but a nice tackle there by number 25 of Ferndale. Otherwise, he still might be on his feet.
Yeah, that was a nice recovery by Luke Nelson. Otherwise, he would still be running. Penalty.
So we've got a flag on the field, Mike, and
Yep, holding.
that'll be holding against Eastside Catholic.
Right.
So instead of first down on the 37, it'll be first down back at the 49 and about 22 yards to go.
Costly. That was costly.
3 receivers on the left side. Mackel here in the shotgun. Mason Uribe switching around, moving around now to the left side as well. Looks over the middle. Pass is tipped and almost intercepted.
They had Gabe Hoffman lined up in a modified slot. He just dragged across the field. That's who they were trying to hit, but the ball was underthrown. But they were going to go to him, number 88. Like I said, he's going to be a key element in their offensive attack, and he's in a slot again.
Mackel here looks to the right side, finds a receiver, got some room in front of him. Ball is on the floor. Ball is on the carpet. Ball was knocked out. Ferndale recovers. Receiver had some room in front of him and was stripped at the ball and said, hey, I forgot this.
Got to wrap it up. Got to keep them 5 pressure points on the ball. It was a good tackle by the Ferndale player. He reached out and, as Mason Uribe was going by, he just punched it out. So that was good defense. Well, we'll see what Ferndale has.
And so instead of Eastside Catholic on the march at the 38-yard line, and actually even more had he hung on to that football, the football, Uribe was punched out. Ferndale picks it up, and they'll take over now from the 37-yard line. First down.
Tight formation. Well, they got one split receiver left. Basically, that's a wing right power formation. Handoff.
Handoff inside. And a nice pickup of about 5 yards in there.
That's Carlson, their number 1 player. Isaiah Carlson, senior, 6'2", 215. He's going to be a load for Eastside Catholic. They're going to have to wrap him up and bring some help. Believe me. He has a 90-yard run to his repertoire, so they're going to need some help wrapping him up.
Again, under the center. Handoff inside again to Carlson. Carlson breaks up the middle. And again, Carlson with the big gain, a pickup of about 10, and that'll be a first down for Ferndale.
He's got a really quick burst. His first step, he's up and through that hole.
And as you mentioned, Muzzle for a big guy. He's got some wheels.
Yeah. I can't recall the last time I saw somebody running a 90-yard touchdown run.
Bishop Utsi, again, the ball inside, still on his feet, and they swarm, but not before he picks up about 3, maybe even 4 on the forward progress. And once again, that's Isaiah Carlson.
They're going to be going to him a lot. Basically, what you're seeing in Eastside Catholic is a too deep look, too deep shell. Ferndale has to show that they can throw the ball before Eastside comes out of that
And
shell.
Utsi again to
There
Carlson.
goes
Carlson again hit, but still, even after taking a pretty vicious hit, still picks up a couple yards after the contact.
He has what we call a runner's lean. He always going forward, always falling forward. Again, they're going to have to gang tackle him. They're going to have to close the gaps down so he doesn't have a lane to run. And they're going to have to somebody's going to have to hit him, stay on contact, and get some help because he is a load. And he keeps his feet moving.
Ferndale 3rd and 2 now at the 37-yard line. Inside handoff to Carlson again, and Carlson, every play has been Isaiah Carlson, and Carlson again picks up the first down. We've had 5 plays, all Isaiah Carlson all day.
Tony, that looked like it was going between the guard and the tackle, but he really cleverly stepped to his left. It wasn't a jump cut, but just a step to his left, and that all made all the big difference. Just that little step to his left. So he has good vision. That's the other thing.
Bishop Utsi looks and finally gives the ball on an end around. It's the first time Isaiah Carlson hasn't touched the ball, and it still picks up about 4 yards. Looked like it was a little bit confusion on that play, but still positive yardage.
Yeah. They're obviously most teams offensively will script their first 10, 15, 20 plays. And the best script I can think of is Isaiah Carlson. That might be the script. Nothing wrong with that.
And so we're going to have a timeout on the field here at Leon H. Brigham Field. 5:49 here to go in the first quarter, and we're going to go to Mr. Daniel Bellis and get an update on what's going on at WIAA State Football Championships. We are at the quarterfinals.
Well, as you look at your screen there, that game between Bellevue and Lincoln has been a very interesting one. Through 3 quarters, Bellevue had the only touchdown of the game, 7-0. But it's been a barrage of scores here in the 4th quarter. And Lincoln taking a lead to their 20-13. Bellevue ends up getting a rushing touchdown in the final minute, misses the extra point. Bellevue recovers an onside kick, and they are currently driving in less than 1 minute left. They're on Lincoln's 48-yard line, down only 1 point.
All right, Ferndale with the ball now. 2nd and 8. Bishop Utsi under the center. Hands off.
Number 7. Jacob Mattingly.
Jacob Mattingly. And I don't know if that's Jacob Mattingly. Jacob Mattingly is listed as a kicker.
Yeah, I noticed that too. But that was number 7.
And 5'6", 214. Okay.
That looked a little bit bigger than 5'6".
Yeah.
But, so.
But hey, kickers play football too.
Yeah, they do. The wing right formation.
So again, that end around where they fake going inside, and 25 with the ball. Swarm still on his feet. And that's a nice yardage there from Luke Nelson, wide receiver again on the end around. And that'll make it again a short yardage. for Ferndale. Eastside Catholic.
Fumble.
And there was a fumble. Ball hit the carpet. I didn't see what happened, Mike.
I didn't
Did you
either.
see?
Had to be in the scrum there. Somebody must have ripped the ball out and probably fell down with it. That's why the referee was looking for forward progress.
Well, Luke Nelson was battling for extra yardage and
that's
stayed on his feet.
Yeah.
But apparently, again, Mike, as you mentioned, the ball came loose.
Yep.
Eastside Catholic has it back.
Yeah, like we talk about tackling drills. First guy make the tackle, second guy coming in to try and strip. Basically, what they're doing though, Ferndale was running kind of like a belly play. They're coming from a wing right formation, tight power, and then they run one back and then belly in the backfield.
Mackle here, Brady Mackle here in the shotgun. Inside handoff to Uribe. Uribe shakes and bakes, picks up 8, 9, maybe even enough for the first down. It's going to be pretty close if he didn't get it. And they're moving the chain, so Uribe picks up the first down for Eastside Catholic. Mike M. Muzzle, as they say, right up the gut.
Right. Nothing fancy, just a A-B gap blast.
And number 3 in motion. Again, the handoff to Uribe. Nothing on the
Nice
outside.
back.
Cuts it back inside. Picks up about 2 or 3. Runs into a host of Ferndale Golden Eagles players.
He has a good balance and good vision. That was a quick cut. Saw the blocking develop and he made his cut properly.
The Ferndale Golden Eagles and the Eastside Catholic Crusaders semifinal Washington Interscholastic Activities Association high school football, the road to the championships. Mackle here looks back, has a player wide open, connects. He's at the 20, he's at the 15, finally dragged down at the 11.
That was Uribe again as a receiver.
And Uribe snuck out of the backfield, and nobody picked him up, Mike. He was wide open.
No, he definitely was wide open. Like I said, they use him effectively for running, and they use him in receiving.
You did mention that, John, and he shows why. Again, but down on the field right now is Mason Uribe.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I don't know if he...
And I think he took his helmet off.
Yeah.
And, yeah, again, Mike, I don't like to guess. We'll wait till we get some sort of official announcement. But doesn't look good.
I didn't see if his leg got twisted because actually he was still moving, had forward momentum when he went down. So I don't know. I don't want to speculate either, like you said.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio .world. It's me, Tony B, on your play-by-play. Joining me, Yasutaki the Younger, M. Yizzle.
Thank you. Yeah. That play again was set up, though. They snuck Mason Uribe out. And like you said, he was totally uncovered.
Well, as you can see, the sun has gone down.
Yeah.
And they're going to help Uribe up. He's going to walk off the field very, very gingerly.
Right. He is putting weight on both extremities, so
yeah, that's good news.
Yeah, otherwise they would probably be carting him off.
You know, he could have had the wind knocked out. Again, I don't want to speculate, but good to see him walking off the field.
Right.
First down, 10 to go. From the 12.
In the pistol.
All right,
kind of like an eye,
here.
yeah. Like basically, looks like a modified eye.
Again in the shotgun. Yeah. Hand up Richie, and Richie running into and over. No left, no right, straight forward. Stop me if you can. Foduali Ali Ifua. Richie.
That was
Flag
off
down.
tackle. That was off tackle. That was just a straight handoff. That was a good explosion. What they did was they motioned in. Oh, face mask.
The game is to the 5-yard line. Penalty moves the ball distance to the ball. Moves up to the 2-yard line to the half. First game. Goal to go.
And a touchdown for Big Richie as Eastside Catholic gets on the board. We start this game out, Mike. Eastside Catholic puts it on the carpet. Ferndale goes down the other way, puts it on the carpet. Eastside Catholic, after a big catch by Uribe, gets the ball down in the red zone, and Richie puts it into the end zone. Fatu Ali'i Fua.
Yeah,
Richie.
that was fortunate to have some depth there. Of course, you can't replace a Mason Uribe, but hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments here.
And the snap, the hold, the kick is good. Shout out to my friends and neighbors who I saw on the way up here. Ange, Mar, Rhonda, and Leo said they'd be listening on the way home from the O'Day game. And right now, Eastside Catholic up 7-0 with 3:21 left here to go in the first quarter.
Pretty much what we expected, Tony. Both teams average 40 points a game, and we can see that they're basically going to run the ball. That's their first penchant, is to establish a running game. They just do it out of a different formation. The Ferndale Golden Eagles are running out of what we call a wing T power set. Almost like a carbon copy of the previous game that we just saw with Stanwood. Same kind of offensive set they were using.
All right, Eastside Catholic set to kick off. Again, here at Memorial Stadium, that will be east to west. And the left-footed kicker puts it up there, received at the 7-yard line, out to the 30, up to the 40. He's got a little room, 45, all the way up to about the 49, 50-yard line. And I again, for Ferndale, that's listed as number 7, Jacob Mattingly, the kicker. And I guess that's what we'll rock with. If you know differently, and you're from Ferndale, hey, let us know who number 7 is. Because if he's not only the kicker, but he's the return specialist and the running back, he got game.
Yeah.
And there's a pass. Isaiah puts it up wide open. Reception is made. Can't stay on his feet. But that's going to put the ball on about the 12-yard line. The handoff went to Mr. Everything back there, Isaiah from Ferndale, Carlson. He stopped, put it up in the air, threw a nice pass, and nice catch there as well. Ferndale now with the ball down on the 12-yard line.
That's what you call a shock play. Probably one thing that may not be in their scouting report. Good use of that. Now the wing right, split backs. First man through the hole.
And Mike, that doesn't go anywhere.
No, they Eastside Catholic did a good job of reading that. But they know now that Isaiah Carlson is a dual threat. Maybe he even kicks the ball too. We don't know.
In the words of another great orator, Biggie Smalls, if you don't know, now you know.
Right. Wing right formation. Eastside Catholic stacking the line. There he goes, outside.
Outside to Carlson. Carlson cuts it back inside. and still on his feet and almost to the first down. We'll see where they mark it. Isaiah Carlson.
A little short. Is that the 6-yard line? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a little short.
Yeah.
Not very much. I think that's about the 6.5-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and about 1.
Referee stopping the play. Maybe it was an equipment issue.
And Mike Yasutaki, the younger, if your twin brother, who is 2 minutes older, John Yasutaki, the elder, were here, he'd be betting me a burger right now that Isaiah Carlson would get the ball.
Nope.
And he doesn't.
Nope. Number 31.
And I don't see a
Talon.
signal from the ref,
Yeah.
but I think we did get the first down.
Yeah.
So that's going to make it 1st and goal now.
That was Talon Bungard, the fullback. Sophomore, 6'1", 200. Yep. No touchdown.
And so again, an inside handoff. And right now, Eastside Catholic defense
Stiffening. Okay, I'll bet you this will be Carlson. Oh, they got the Bungard in at fullback, number 31.
Bishop Bootsy under center. Hands the ball up
Oh,
inside, and
that was
whoa, they're going to
good
lose a couple
penetration.
yards
Right.
on that one.
That was an outstanding play by Eastside Catholic. That was a handoff to the fullback, Bungard, and they read that perfectly. They got a maximum penetration.
And surprisingly, the burger still stands. The ball has not been given to Isaiah Carlson.
I think at that point he might have been the decoy because that was the direct dive handoff right to the fullback.
Boy, Mike, don't remind us about decoys on the 1-yard line. Not to a Seahawk fan.
Okay. All right.
And did we have a fumble on the play?
No.
No, end of the quarter.
End of
That's
the quarter.
triple zeros.
Right.
So at the end of the first quarter, Eastside Catholic Crusaders 7.
Yeah.
The Ferndale Golden Eagles nothing. We're going to go to Daniel Bellis for an update around the state. Did you catch that rhyme, Mr. Bellis?
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. What? Oh,
I'm positioning myself to be a guest on Fresh Juice. And by the way, congratulations for your nomination on an Seattle Sound Music Award.
yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats.
We much appreciate you. And in 2 weeks, by the way, on Fresh Juice, we've got 3 guests coming from all different corners of the country. Bro Birch from LA, Jada Ali from Philly, and Mala Rains from Cincinnati. So 3 different guests. And that's our next show, which will be actually on December 1st, I believe. So in 2 weeks, taking a break for Thanksgiving. But what a way for the Bellevue-Lincoln game to end with Bellevue trailing by a touchdown in the final seconds of the game, 20-13. Bellevue scores a rushing touchdown. It's 20-19. Instead of kicking an extra point, they go for 2. They miss it. They recover an onside kick, and then they drive and score a field goal and win the game 22-20. The Bellevue Wolverines will move on to the Final Four and take
And
on
there's
Yale.
inside hand to Carlson, and Carlson gets into the end zone over the right side, touchdown.
Yep.
And what took so long? But hey, Ferndale Spartans do end up going to Isaiah Carlson. He goes over right tackle, puts it in the end zone, makes it 7-6 now. 5 seconds off the clock, 11:55 in the second quarter. And Ferndale trying to tie this game up.
Nothing magical on that play. Just do what gets you here.
Now, see, number 23 is kicking, and
No good.
that was no good. And that he's listed as Brian Mendoza.
Okay.
So maybe these two have exchanged numbers, and maybe Brian Mendoza is also listed as a running back, middle linebacker, and outside linebacker, who's been running the ball, and Jacob Mattingly is either way. I'm going to start calling number 7 Brian, and the kicker Jacob. So with that botched field goal effort, Eastside Catholic stays on top 7-6, Mike.
Yep.
We will see if that mixed extra point is a factor as this game continues.
Eastside Catholic has got to establish, again, just the running game. They don't have Mason Uribe, so they're going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment. I don't see the young man on the sideline. He might be underneath in the dugout getting treatment. Yeah, I see him on the table. Unfortunately, that's not a good sign.
And there's the kick. Maybe that's Jacob Mattingly. We'll see. Ball is bobbled. Ball is on the ground. And finally, the Eastside Catholic player gives up and says, I better fall on this before something bad happens.
Worse happens, right. That was Quentin Chandler.
Eastside Catholic with the 7-6 lead will take over now on their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, there's Richie Fotu Alifua in the backfield.
Richie.
We just call him Richie. I can't get all of those syllables out. There you go.
And the handoff. Oh. Ball is on the carpet again, this time picked up by Mackle here. We've got a case of the dropsies.
It was interesting how when Richie came in, there wasn't an issue with the handoff or exchange, but maybe it's a little bit of case of the jitters there too, knowing that he's the number one guy now.
And Mackle here rolls to the right side, looks downfield, throws it up, and the pass is. Did he catch that? I think he caught it. Yes, they're going to call that a catch. Brandon Ganasha Smoothie.
In any other situation, that would have been called a mugging. If he was in Central Park, that would have been a mugging, as he was grabbed by the defender, and he made a great catch.
He did, and Mackle here threw it up there like, I'm going to throw it up, and my guy's going to come down with it, and Brandon Ganasha Smoothie made the adjustment, came back for the ball and caught the ball and made the catch despite the mugging that him. So inside handoff, this one to Richie. Richie stopped for no gain.
Right.
So Brandon Ganasha Smoothie, nice comeback and catch on that effort. And a lot of confidence in your quarterback. Brady Mackle here saying, I'm throwing it up. One-on-one, I trust my guy.
Yep, that was excellent reception. And like I said, we had to check for fingerprints because he was getting rousted pretty good.
Well, that's what you want with your receiver, to fight for the football when you throw it to him. How bad do they want it? Quick sideline pass again. He put a knee down. Completion again to Brandon Ganasha Smoothie. He caught that and put his knee down. And, of course, in high school sports, that means you give yourself up.
Third down.
Third down now and about 6 to go for Eastside Catholic.
Richie's back in the game, so this could be a passing situation with the back out of the backfield.
3 receivers to the right, 1 in motion coming to this side.
Deep,
Mackle here looks back, looks over to the left, still has time, fires it into the middle, threads the needle. Nice pass, nice reception. Again, for Eastside Catholic, moving the chains.
Gabe Hoffman.
And that's your guy, Gabe Hoffman.
He's a good go-to. He just dragged across the field on a kind of like a delay, and I have to give credit to that quarterback. He put that ball the only place he could.
Yes, he did. He threaded the needle, got it in there,
Definitely.
fired a rocket
Yes.
in the Gabe Hoffman. Again, Mackel here seems to trust his receivers. Handoff inside to Richie.
That's good yardage.
And again, another pickup of about 5 on first down. Good positive yardage.
Right.
Emizel.
Yep. He's again, like I said, they're going to set him up. They're going to set them up, soften them up with that run, and then another play action. Probably something across the middle or crossing receivers.
So that makes it in about 6, maybe 5.5.
Yeah, he's in the pistol.
Man in motion. Yeah. Mackel here looks to the middle, fires it over the middle.
Well,
and that's in a crowded field of 3 Ferndale players surrounding Gabe Hoffman.
Yeah, I knew they're going to try something, dragging him across the middle, but like you said, he was blanketed pretty well, front and back coverage on him, and I think they've gotten pretty hip to their scouting report. 88 is their go-to guy, so they've got to put some coverage on him. They got to put at least a cornerback, if not a safety, on him, and sometimes they drop a linebacker.
Well, you mentioned again, Mike, that Uribe is very important to their passing game. So they not only lose a running back, they lose that running back who comes out of the backfield and catches the ball as well.
Right.
And Richie goes to the right side, roll to the left side. Richie, nice block. Pass is almost picked up, caught, grabbed in, tipped. Oh, my gosh. Ganesh to Smoothie.
Yes.
The pass was tipped up in the air. He reacts to it, grabs it, hauls it in. Yeah. Complete, and there's a flag on the field. That's a first down if this stands.
That was an amazing play on his part.
Or pretty close to a first down.
Right.
Let's see what the flag is for. Oh,
ineligible.
Boy. Looks like that's going to go against Eastside Catholic.
Yeah. It was still an outstanding play by the young man. It was it was tipped. He hit it up in the air and was able to secure it. I thought it hit the ground, but the referee was right there.
Outstanding play.
Right. He basically makes those kind of plays so that we can try and pronounce his name.
You're right. I was going to say the catch was even more difficult than me attempting to pronounce his name correctly, and I hope I'm doing it justice. Brandon Ganesh Smoothie.
Trips
so
right.
3rd down and 11 now for Mackel here. Mackel here drops back, looks right, looks over the center, surveys the field, finds Gabe Hoffman over the middle. That's going to be enough for a first down. They'll push him back, but
he was in the slot. He just broke up the field, did a little drag in, and Mackel here was looking for him all the way. But 6'4", 240. That's the go-to guy. Tony, that's what I'm seeing. They're gonna utilize him.
And you have to ask yourself, how do you lose that guy?
Yeah, that's
in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
he was wide open, Mike.
Yep. Now he's wing left.
Mackel here, inside handoff, and out to the right side, trying to get outside to the right side. Richie's going to be thrown down. Couple yard pickup, maybe. You said
what they did there. They brought Gabe Hoffman as a wing left, and at the snap, he came across the formation and was like a pulling guard, but actually was a tight end. So they use him as an H back, but they put him in the wing position on the left-hand side like he is right now.
And Richie, they gave him credit for 3 yards for forward progress. Mackel here fakes the handoff to Richie, rolls back to the left side, finds Hoffman. Hoffman stretches, loses the ball in the end zone. Are they going to call that a touchdown or are they going to call that down? Either way, the ball came out, and they're going to call him down before crossing the goal line, so it won't be a fumble. However, it will be a reception, and that'll be down at the 1 yard line for Eastside Catholic.
Right. There again, he was lining up on the left side, came across the formation, and now he's on the linebacker, and he's going to win that. He's going to win that situation, and he did.
Knuckle here in the shotgun from the 1 yard line. They'll give that to Richie up the middle.
That's a
Richie
touchdown.
walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastside Catholic Crusaders. 6:48 left to go.
The game that Eastside Catholic played last week, I kept mentioning Gabe Hoffman, his size and dimensions, that he could be a factor. They didn't utilize him as much, but today they are definitely utilizing him. I guess they saw something in their scouting report that says we're going to go to him.
And the extra point, there's a snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, looks good.
Yep.
The referees confirmed that it is good. Eastside Catholic goes on top now, 14-6 with 6:48 here to go in the first half.
I think what we're seeing, Tony, is Eastside Catholic is, okay, we lost our big gun, but we have Richie. We're going to run him. But Gabe, better be ready, because we're going to be going to you, big fella, and they have.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. The sun is down. The cold is up. The lights are on. We are in the shadow of the Space Needle. Another beautiful Saturday night for football. It's a little chilly, but that's cool. Because as I mentioned, CEO Evans, who's operating the camera for us, he and I were in Tulsa, and it was cold until we got to Chicago. And then we found out what cold really was.
The Hawk.
So at this point, you know, I could, Mike, be, and you're born in Chicago, right, Mike?
Right, John and I, South
Oh,
Side.
my gosh.
65th Holgate. I have a picture of us outside our apartment where there was a 7-8 foot snow drift. It was like, wow, looked like an avalanche on the side of the building.
I think we got out of there just in time, too.
Yeah.
Snow clouds.
Yeah, well,
We're ready to go.
This isn't even the coldest part of the year for them.
And
that's a legal procedure.
I don't know what kind of play that was, Mike. The kicker put the ball down, acted like he was going to run back to kicker position, stopped at about 2 yards back, turned around and kicked it with his left foot out of bounds. That was interesting.
Yeah, possibly he was trying to hit that dead spot behind the front line and in between the three receivers. But that all for naught.
Okay. Well, interesting. Adam Jacobs. But Adam Jacobs is supposed to be wearing number 8.
Okay.
So I don't know who that is. And doesn't look like a soccer-style kicker. Kicks it straight on. Kicks it down the middle of the field. Nice kick. Ball is bobbled around the 7. Finally picked up by Ferndale. And that player is stuck at about the 15-yard line. Well, John, Mike, he was stopped cold, but he also pulled up a little bit at the end.
Yeah, he's trying to decide where he was going to matriculate. Yeah, I have Adam Jacobs, number 8, as the kicker and punter. Adam Jacobs, does that coincide with you, Tony, for the Eastside Catholic? Adam Jacobs?
Short to no gain, maybe a pickup of 1.
Yeah, I have duplicate numbers, so I don't know who's who, unfortunately, on Eastside Catholic. Power set. Isaiah, here comes Isaiah.
Hand off to Carlson. Carlson's got some room. Stop, though. May have enough for the first down. Looks like he does.
Made a nice cut. And
maybe a little short.
Does that show? Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to say third and about half a yard.
yeah, it looks like almost the length of the football is short. But that was a nice run. He made his cut, let that block develop, and he was able to cut in that crease. Yeah, he tell you, when he gets rolling, he's a load. He is a load.
Bishop Utsi
Split backs.
under the center. He's got Isaiah Carlson, and he takes the center sneak, the quarterback sneak, to pick up the first down. So thrown back, but I'm pretty sure they'll give him his forward progress.
Right. You got it.
And Ferndale with 5:18 to go, still in business.
Right. They're running, like I said, the wing, old-fashioned wing T split backs is like, that's a power formation. They can do a lot from that. They can do the outside belly. They can do just the second man through power. Again, like I said, all Isaiah Carlson needs just a little bit of a crease, and he's up inside that hole.
And Utsi looks to pass, being chased over to the right side. Finally, Pirate fires the pass out of bounds, and he just needed to get rid of that ball as the Eastside Catholic Crusaders were in hot pursuit on a crisp evening.
There was really, if he was looking to go down the middle, there was really nobody open. So like you said, he was rolling out. And usually when you roll out to one side of the field, that takes away the rest of the field. You can only lock in on what's available close to you. So that he just threw the ball out of bounds. But there was really nobody open.
2nd and 10 now for the Ferndale Golden Eagles from their 26-yard line. Hand off to Carlson on the right side. Carlson off that tackle,
Nice
still
spin.
on his feet. Carlson still on his feet. Carlson still on his feet up to the 44-yard line. Carlson dragged about 3 players, Mike, about 10 yards.
Yeah, like I said, once he gets his momentum going, he was up through the hole clean. He got tackled, but he spun, and he kept his feet moving. Again, we emphasize, keep your feet moving. You kept his feet moving. He had good balance, and that was a heck of a run on his part.
And these weren't 3 cornerbacks. These were 3 linemen and linebackers.
Yeah, they were linebackers that held on to him.
Again, the ball to
Inside
Carlson.
hand.
Hands it off inside, but that doesn't go anywhere. We've got a flag down late in the play, and quarterback handed off to Carlson, running right. Carlson
handed
back to the other player coming left.
Yep, it was like a inside reverse, and that was from the wing back position. They had him wing right, and he got the ball. It's like a belly, almost like a belly play.
Well,
the next variation, Isaiah Carlson will keep it and roll out with it, or roll out and pass it. You can build off of that.
And again, another penalty, and this is the big ticket.
Wow.
I don't know what the call was. Did you see it, Mike?
No,
I'm not sure if that was a face mask or
personal foul.
Personal foul, 15 yards. Ferndale now with the ball at the Eastside Catholic 41-yard line.
Okay. Ferndale has plenty of time. They don't have to panic. They don't have to do it. Now it's a wing left. Split backs. Power again. Split receiver right. Isaiah Carlson
Hand out to
again.
Carlson on the left side. Carlson again with good yardage. Picks up about 6.
Tony, if
Yes,
you
sir.
saw a bunch of wild buffalo coming at you, that's called a stampede, right?
Yes.
When Isaiah Carlson comes at you, he's not going anywhere. It's like he's a human stampede. He's just coming right at you. He doesn't dance. He said, "Come stop me," and that's what they're doing.
A herd of one.
Yeah, right. And
They do a good job of blocking for him up front, too.
yes, they do.
They know they've got that back coming through who's going to be giving it his all.
Yeah.
Another inside handoff to number 31, picks
Right.
up a yard.
Quick handoff to the fullback or split back.
And that's Talon Bungard.
Yep.
Bungard, a 6'1", 200-pound sophomore fullback for the Ferndale Golden Eagles.
Yeah, it's good size.
Something tells me he's going to get bigger.
Where we go wing right, slot, split right. There's Carlson
Hands
again.
off to Carlson. Carlson over the
Off
right tackle.
tackle.
Still on his feet. Carlson pushing for that first down. Probably going to end up a little short, John. That's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard to go. What do you do in this situation, M. Yizzle?
Well, if you have some kind of play action, this is a good time to run it because they're going to be sucking in on the run. Fake to Carlson and hit that split receiver or that wingman. They've got a wingman, wing right, wing left. A lot of times people forget about him, and he's able to free himself up.
4th and 2. Timeout.
Maybe that was
Ferndale.
Yeah, maybe that was a draw offside kind of play. Maybe they were trying to induce them to jump offside.
Mr. Bellis, any news updates for us?
Basically, the Final Four is mostly set right there. There will be 2 games, one here at Memorial Stadium and the other one at Yelm High School. The winner of this contest, if Eastside wins, they will host O'Day here at Memorial. If Ferndale wins, O'Day will host Ferndale. And then on the other side of the equation, the defending champ Bellevue Wolverines will be at Yelm High School. Both of those games occurring on November 26th.
Wow.
Bring a drumstick and some dressing, and we'll be ready to go.
4th down. 2 yards to go for a first down. 1:45 left here to go in the first half. Eastside Catholic Crusaders 14. The Ferndale Golden Eagles 6. I don't see a punter on the field. Ball at the 32-yard line of Eastside Catholic. Quarterback Bishop Uzi lines up, hands the ball off to Carlson as expected. Carlson has the first down, still on his feet. Carlson still on his feet, down to the 15. And Carlson with a pickup of about 17 yards on 4th and 2. Not only gets the first down, all the way down to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he, like I said, he is a load. He's a human stampede of one. You can't arm tackle him. And again, he has good balance and he keeps his feet moving. And you saw that, Tony. They had people on him, but he just kept his feet moving. Outstanding runner. Now that was the wing back. You can't call that a jet sweep. It's just like a handoff to the wing back, like a reverse.
And Dylan Moore, the tight end, basically back to the original line of scrimmage.
Right. Yeah. That was no gain, very little gain.
Second down now. Uchi rolls to the right side, has a receiver open, makes the catch, touchdown
Play.
for Ferndale. Nice pass, nice reception, nice execution. M. Yizzle, that was just nice.
Yeah, again, you get so run conscious, you forget, and they slipped him across, all the way across the field, number 44 for Ferndale. And do you have his number?
I do not have a 44 on the roster.
I don't either.
For Ferndale. So once again, if you're a Ferndale fan, tell us who number 44 is.
Very well executed, though. Everybody in the stadium was expecting Isaiah Carlson. And then when the quarterback rolled out, he had an opportunity.
And they're going for 2.
Yep.
And the handoff is to Carlson. Carlson smothered. Carlson still on his feet. They're going to gang tackle him. And this time they're going to be able to get Carlson down short of the end zone. And so with 56 seconds left to go here in the half, Eastside Catholic is on top, 14-12. You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. The sun still setting behind us at least to the east of us, behind Climate Pledge Arena. We can see beautiful array of oranges and yellows as the sun goes down, and the lights are on here at Leon H. Brigham Field. And CEO Evans, can we get a shot of that skyline? And we're going to show you the beautiful skyline of Seattle here. There we go. The Seattle skyline. For those of you who are in Ferndale, this is what you're missing on a beautiful night. There's this Space Needle and the South Grandstand and back to the field.
One thing that Eastside Catholic is going to have to make an adjustment at halftime after this quarter's over is now we've seen Isaiah Carlson. They've seen Isaiah Carlson, and now they have that in their mind, but they've also set that up with some kind of play action, and it's opened up the passing game. So now Eastside Catholic is going to have to make that adjustment. That's a second thing they have to consider. Isaiah Carlson, you could key on him, but he is very effective.
And the kick by Jacob Mattingly, at least according to our roster, goes into the end zone, and so that'll be dead ball in high school. If it goes into the end zone, it's a non-issue.
I was hoping that Eastside Catholic receiver wasn't going to touch the ball and knock it back in the field of play. He waited until it crossed the goal line and set up there. But
that was really close to another yard, and that ball would have been sitting on the half-yard line.
Right.
And he would have had to do something with it. Eastside Catholic, though, has it now on the 20-yard line. Mackle here in the shotgun. Mackle here looks downfield. He's going to be chased. Finally throws a pass up. It's tipped and almost picked up by Richie as the ball was tipped. Richie heads up, went for it. Fatu Ali Fua.
Talon Bungard was the linebacker, had opportunity to intercept that.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been
fortunate. A big play.
Right, definitely. That was.
No Mason Uribe in the backfield for Eastside Catholic. How's that going to change what they do? Inside handoff to Richie. Richie pounds his way into them. Still on his feet. Richie still on his feet to the 35, to the 39-yard line. Richie Fatu Ali Fua.
Another runner who keeps his feet moving, kept his feet moving.
Big Richie.
Yep.
Mackle here looks to the right side, has a receiver wide open, passes a little off. He had his receiver wide open, but missed him. Nice effort.
Eastside's running a 4-deep look, cover 4 look. So the place to go is, again, to drag, and there is Gabe Hoffman in the slot, drag him across the middle.
Mackle here again in the shotgun, rolls to his left, looks downfield, finds a player. Ball is dropped in and out of the hands. Not always the greatest place, apparently, to hit a receiver in the hands.
I guess.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now for Eastside Catholic from their own 40-yard line. Or their own 39-yard line. And quickly lining up is Eastside Catholic, the Crusaders, with 3 receivers to the left. Big Richie in the backfield. And Ferndale is probably going to have a neutral zone infraction. And we're going to get a timeout on the field as well during this broadcast. CEO Evans, can we get that shot of the sun setting over there and contrast that? So we've got a shot of the sun. See, those are the colors I was talking about. If you see that, it's just beautiful in the background over there, the oranges and the yellows. And we'll swing that around, CEO Evans, and get the skyline of Seattle. As I mentioned, we were just in Tulsa and in Chicago. Now we're back in Seattle. Feels good to be home. Look at the beautiful skyline of Seattle.
Tony, I tell you what, let's put a fish switch on this. I think they're probably going to look at Gabe Hoffman again.
So 3rd down and 10.
Right.
And the fish switch on the line here for Eastside Catholic going to Gabe Hoffman on 3rd and 10.
In the slot.
Mackle here with nobody in the backfield. Mackle here looking. Mackle here. Oh, and the ball is dropped. The ball is dropped wide open with lots of green in front of him. Andrew Needham, 5'9", 160-pound junior, drops the ball.
That was fired pretty hard. So do I owe you a fish witch now?
I believe I am one up on the fish sandwich.
All righty.
Well, I don't want to call it a bet.
Okay.
But if you leave a fish sandwich, I'll take it.
Okay. Sounds good.
And the punter rolls, line drive punt that bounces, continues to roll all the way down to the 25-yard line. So that's about a 36-yard kick. 37.
This will probably be just a kneel down by Ferndale.
8 seconds left to go in half. You wouldn't chuck it downfield, M. Mizzle?
No, because if I was the head coach, I'd be looking for another job. The alumnus or whoever will have me leave town or something. No,
So
this
they
is a kneel down.
line up, and they're going to take a knee here,
Yeah,
clearly.
Right.
And we'll take this to halftime. And
Okay.
so 4, 3, 2, 1, and triple zeros. We are at the half, and we've got a close game yet. Just 2 missed extra points, 1 kick, and then 1 for the 2-point conversion. Otherwise, we'd be all tied up. But the score is Eastside Catholic 14, Ferndale 12 at the half. This is the final game to decide the Final Four going into the WIAA State Championships of Football. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Daniel D. Money Bellis.
Thank you. Here at the half, only 2 points separating these teams. A missed extra point, if you will. Ferndale went for 2 and was unsuccessful, and that gives Eastside Catholic the lead by 2 points, 14-12 in this game right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. And myself, Daniel Bellis, holding things down for you as we are right here. And this is the final one and the final to decide the Final Four. And there we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Here at the half. And we're going to take a quick little look at the brackets. And there you can go right there. Earlier on today on Rainier Avenue Radio, O'Day delivering a dominating performance over this Stanwood Spartans, 42-21. As Stanwood would draw first blood, but O'Day would dominate from there and move on to the Final Four. Game will be at Memorial Stadium next Saturday, November 26th, no matter who wins this game. However, if Eastside Catholic does go on to win this one, it would be a rematch of a league game between these squads, the Crusaders and the Irish, that occurred on September 30th in a back-and-forth contest that on some folks on Twitter were calling possibly the game of the year, but Eastside Catholic did win that one 24-17, only by 1 touchdown, which is one reason why Eastside Catholic has an undefeated record and O'Day has only 1 loss on the season. So the Irish, if Eastside Catholic does win, would love to get revenge on the Crusaders next Saturday in the Final Four of the 3A state football playoffs to determine who gets to go to the championship. But as it stands, the WesCo champs, Ferndale Golden Eagles, are stout and only trail Eastside Catholic by 2 points here at the half. On the other side of the brackets, those games have been decided. They both were played earlier on, and they were both very interesting, to say the least. Yelm earlier on was struggling against Kenwick, surprisingly, after dominating every team that they have played so far this season. We have about a 55.9 points per game. But Late in that contest, Yelm would finally start to pour on the scores. And at one point, it would be 20-7, Yelm leading Kennewick. But Kennewick would put in 2 consecutive touchdowns to make it super close. And it would end up being 21-20. And Yelm would score from there. Moving on, Kennewick would put in 1 more score on the game. But Yale would control the final minutes of the game and win that one 36-27. Kennewick would be the last one to score, putting in 1 more score before that game concluded. But top-seeded Yale would go on, even though that Kennewick Lions defense was stout, to say the least, performing very well against the top-scoring team in all of 3A, Yale. Nonetheless, Kennewick will be eliminated there, and Yale will host their Saturday Final Four game at Yelm High School against the defending champ, Bellevue Wolverines, who for most of their game against Lincoln, it was a 7-0 game. Bellevue would score early in the first quarter, and it would be that way all the way until the third quarter. Lincoln would put in Lincoln would actually be stopped right before the half, so it still made it 7-0. But in the third quarter, Lincoln finally was able to score in a touchdown. It made it 7-6. And that held for a minute until within minutes of each other in the fourth quarter, they both put up touchdowns. And a missed extra point by the Bellevue Wolverines made it 14-13, with Lincoln leading that. And they both were able to put in 2 more touchdowns there in the final quarter. Lincoln being the next one to score, it made the score 20-13. But Bellevue was able to, with less than a minute left in the game, were able to rush in and score, making it 20-19. Instead of kicking an extra point and possibly sending the game into overtime, they went for 2. And the Bellevue Wolverines were unsuccessful. It made it 20-19 until that kickoff. The Bellevue Wolverines made a onside kick and were successful. Thus, they kept the ball. They were able to drive with less than a minute to play, and they kicked the field goal, and it was successful. The Bellevue Wolverines move on in a crazy last minute over there in Tacoma, defeating Lincoln, handing them the Lincoln Abes their first loss of the season. And that final is 22-20. So the Bellevue Wolverines will be playing at top-seeded Yelm next Saturday, November 26th. And again, on the other side, it'll be at Memorial Stadium with O'Day versus the winner of this game. So with that, we're going to go ahead and pay some love to our sponsors. And we'll be right back on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio, broadcasting live 24/7 at rainieravenue.radio.world, with a lot of live programming on video on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. You can all follow us on all of those platforms, as we always bring it to you with a plethora of hosts on this station right here in the Rainier Valley area of South Seattle. Yes, there is a Rainier Valley in the Tacoma, Auburn area, but the Rainier Avenue goes through South Seattle, and we are right there in Columbia City, by the way. All right, so we'll be right back in just a 7 to 9 minutes after these messages.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not driving my sweet AMC Pacer through the car wash, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. You missed a spot.
This is Brenda Charles Edwards, host of Seniors Matter. Join me every week to get information on activities and issues that impact the lives of older adults and their families. That's Seniors Matter every week on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Citizens of America or citizens of the world, let us begin.
Rainier Avenue Radio. good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Rainier Avenue Radio.
Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update.
All of us have struggled through the COVID-19 pandemic, and many of our communities have been particularly hard hit. Some things definitely need to change, but a few things should stay the same, like protecting your child from serious diseases you can prevent now. Preventable diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough. Is camp, childcare, or in-person school on your family's agenda? Give your child a healthy and safe summer and school year by making sure they're up to date on vaccinations and well child visits. You have the power to protect. Call your healthcare provider to find out what vaccinations your child is due for and make an appointment today. If you need help finding a provider, visit parenthelp123.org or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline at 1-800-322-2588. An interpretation is available.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not busy tearing the roof off the suckers, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
PrEP is a daily pill that can significantly reduce your chances of getting HIV. And typically, it takes a trip to a physician to get it. Now, you can visit select pharmacies, get tested on the spot, and walk away with your first month of PrEP. Plus, you'll also walk away with a $50 gift card after you complete your pharmacy visit. It's easier than ever to protect yourself from HIV. To find your nearest participating pharmacy, go to doh.wa.gov/PrEP now. From the Washington State Department of Health and Public Health, Seattle, and King County.
Oh, my man. You know, everybody goes through a storm sometimes.
God is, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world have a new address. We're now located at 4916 Rainier Avenue South in Columbia City, 98118. God is still loving on your community, being a blessing and meeting the needs of the people. Don't miss any of our amazing shows. Your favorite community radio station. Tune in and come on down and get some free food and let us continue to love on you. Don't forget to tune in. See you soon for free food and free entertainment with God is and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
How would COVID vaccines work in your body? Here are 3 things to know. Number 1, a vaccine is basically a training session for the immune system. Vaccines teach the immune system to look for the key features of a virus. So when a virus does show up, it's ready to fight it off. Number 2, a vaccine gives your body a plan to recognize the virus. Then your immune system starts preparing by making antibodies, or fighter cells, that stay in your blood as protection in case the virus tries to invade. What this means is you get immunity against the disease without having to get sick first. Number 3, when enough people's bodies know how to fight off a virus, it has nowhere to go. That slows the spread. When people get a vaccine, we're able to stop the spread quicker and get closer to ending the pandemic. To learn more, go to covidvaccinewa.org. A message from the state of Washington.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of Star Time. Did you know that back in the 9th century, Rainier Avenue Radio was the host of the first annual Gregorian chant-off? Man, that was tight. Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app. Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of Star Time. Did you know that back in the 1930s, Rainier Avenue Radio operated out of a supply closet in the Columbia City Sea First Bank? Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
Ở Washington, hầu hết chúng ta đều đồng ý rằng con đường dẫn đến sự an toàn nhất là khi chúng ta đặt điện thoại ra khỏi tầm tay, nhưng điều đó không dễ làm. Vì vậy, hãy lan truyền thông điệp và làm gương. Trước khi bạn lên đường, đặt điện thoại của bạn vào hộp đựng găng tay, cài đặt nó với không làm phiền. Yêu cầu bạn bè và gia đình của bạn cũng làm như vậy. Bởi vì khi tất cả chúng ta đều làm phần việc của mình, sẽ tạo ra con đường an toàn hơn cho tất cả mọi người. Chúng ta hãy cùng nhau đến đó. Một thông điệp từ Ủy ban An toàn Giao thông Washington.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam.
Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at yung local Filipino community, Phil-Am Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news.
Kaya always tune in, Phil-Am Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Queen Bree, inviting you to come join me on Clean Greens Living. Broadcasted Tuesdays, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. On Clean Greens Living, we talk farming, community, and ways to being healthy. So come join me and let's discuss ways to create a healthier you and a healthier community.
Women Empowerment Talk Radio, your roadmap to business success. Tune in every Sunday at 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, providing resources and sharing motivational experiences from the everyday entrepreneur. Tune in Women Empowerment Talk Radio every Sunday, 3 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, all jazz in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Join Rainier Avenue Radio from 5 to midnight for Sunday evening sound sessions. Jazz from the Cabinets from Big Poppy.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Sergio LaCour's Love Lines.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Go to the phone line. Tell her who we talking to.
Sage Prince, Just My Opinion.
This is Sage, and that's just about going to do it for the first half of Just My Opinion.
K-Fox Night Beat with Nasty Ness Rodriguez.
The beat of the Fox. K-Fox Night Beat, Nasty Ness.
You know what? You're going to listen from 5 to midnight. Just turn it on and don't stop. DJ Alibaba. The Underground Surround Sound Start Time with Paul Pearson.
Thanks for tuning in. My name is Paul Pearson.
Sunday evening sound sessions on Rainier Avenue Radio. Trust me, you'll be listening the entire time from 5 to midnight. Sunday evening, your sound session on Rainier Avenue Radio.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not helping bad girls set up their websites, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
God is Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your favorite community radio station. We're putting out all kind of inputs for you in your community. So come on and listen to us and tune us in. Get on our Facebook, Instagram, and all. As we're doing it right here for you in your community with Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And God is an inspiration of gospel music. Also, we're doing a lot of different things in your community. We give out free food. We give out a lot of things in the community. We do a lot of shows. We do a lot of things on the sports part, and we want you to come on out and tune us in and come to the community, and we do a lot of things in your community. So make sure you go to our website, RainierAvenueRadio.world, and also go to the God Is website and look us up and see what we do in your community, something maybe you might like. So come on by and check us out from 11 to 2. free food giveaway.
Почти никто не будет спорить, что дороги в нашем штате могут стать более безопасными, если при вождении телефоны будут вне досягаемости. Но сделать это не так просто, поэтому подайте пример. Уберите телефон в бардачок и переключите его в режим «Не беспокоить» и попросите родных и друзей сделать то же самое. Потому что, когда каждый из нас внесет свою лепту в это общее дело, дороги станут более безопасными для всех. Мы можем добиться этого только совместными усилиями. Это было сообщение от Комиссии по безопасности на транспорте штата Вашингтон.
Welcome to the coronavirus pandemic. I'll take coronavirus for 100. Fever, chills, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell. What is staying home and isolate? Correct. Coronavirus for 200. Inability to stay awake, persistent pain or pressure in chest, trouble breathing. What is seek immediate help? Correct.
Coronavirus for 500.
Crippling and potentially dead infectious disease eliminated the United States with vaccination.
What is the polio vaccine?
Correct.
I'll take coronavirus for 700.
The Daily Double! Should I take the coronavirus vaccine? Wait. Hold up. This is not a game. It's time for serious discussions. We have coronavirus vaccines, but not everyone is comfortable taking them. Here's the facts. Based on what has been proven about vaccines for other diseases, COVID-19 vaccine may help keep you from getting seriously ill, even if you do get the virus. Getting vaccinated also may protect people around, particularly those at greater risk for severe illness from COVID-19. We don't yet have all of the answers. Get informed, talk to your healthcare physician, and make the right decision for you. This is a message supported by the Washington State Department of Health. Welcome back to live action. Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Have you heard about the bivalent vaccine? We're just playing that coronavirus commercial.
No.
Protects you from the original coronavirus, COVID, and then also the Omicron variant. So as we head into the third winter of pandemia, I don't know if pandemia is a word, but the third winter, the pandemic third winter, folks are going to be moving inside. So everyone just be aware, it's about being safer. You've got the flu, you've got RSV, a lot of things out there. Handoff inside, and that's going to go nowhere for Ferndale.
Bungard on the carry. Previous to that was Isaiah Carlson. Again, expect to see a good dose of him. Speaking of vaccinations and pandemic and stuff, they're going to get a good dose of the Isaiah Carlson virus.
Or if you're Ferndale, the vaccine, the Isaiah Carlson vaccine. Looks back again, fires it up, knocked away.
Number 2
by Tyson Weaver, cornerback, 6'2", 195. He was there all the way and then got that hand up to knock that pass away at the very end, had his head turned around. Excellent play there.
Good closing speed
by Tyson Weaver.
Good closing speed on him.
Bishop Bootsy tossed it up there and said, I'm going to give my player a chance to make a play. And that'll be 4th down. And so on their first possession, 3 and out, they'll kick this ball away. Kind of a low kick, fielded at the 40 and down at the 42-yard line is the Tyson Weaver, who just made that defensive play.
Well, let's see what adjustments Dominic Doste made with his offense. Again, I still expect a big dose of Gabe Hoffman and Richie.
Big Richie.
Right.
Fatu Ali'i.
Yep.
Ali'i Fua.
Yep. He's there.
Richie.
Pistol set. Richie in the backfield.
Mackel here.
Yep.
Cornerback. Jaden Reyes in motion and gets drops the pass. I think that's the 4th pass in a row from Eastside Catholic quarterback Brady Mackel here that has been dropped, Mike.
Well, to the credit of the receiver, he got his hands on it, but the ball was a little low. On that one, you want the ball about chest high so you could put the ball away and turn upfield. When you have to bend down and try and scoop the ball up, it doesn't give you a good chance or opportunity to run the ball or do something with it.
And the
There
handoff
goes
inside
Richie.
to Richie. Richie bulls forward to about a pickup of about 4. And so pretty quickly, it's 3rd down and about 7 for Eastside Catholic.
Yep. They have their pass receiving personnel in. Gabe Hoffman again, probably again is an ideal target. He's in the slot to the right.
Mackle here.
Yes.
Nobody in the backfield, just Mackle here, and you're right. Hoffman in the slot on the right side, the big target. We'll see how this turns out as he heads downfield. He heads straight downfield, and there's a throw. He's going for him, and he catches the ball. Gabe Hoffman is going to be still on his feet. That was probably pass interference. Ball's on the floor. Ball's on the carpet. And, Mike, you called that out. Gabe was in the slot, headed straight downfield. Mackle here had his eyes on him all the way. He was covered. Mackle here throws him the ball. Receivers there. Hoffman grabs it, holds on to it, and then starts running downfield, and nobody can tackle him.
That's a double dose. The thing about it is a linebacker cannot stay with him, and the safety is too small. I mean, he's 6'4", 240. He overpowers most of the players that would be in the backfield. And like you said, that was interference. He got mugged, but he was able to get the ball. And they're in scoring position. Outstanding play.
Gabe
by
Hoffman.
Yes.
6'6", 245 senior tight end. And I think he's going to get a little bit bigger too. Ball is about the 1 yard line, and Richie up the middle. Touchdown for Richie Fatu Ali'i Fua. Eastside Catholic comes out. Big play to Gabe Hoffman from Mackle here. And then Mackle here does a lot on his own, gets it down to the 1 yard line, and Richie, big Richie, runs it in for the touchdown and gives some credit to that offensive line. Eastside Catholic up 20-12 now, and 9:17 here to go in the 3rd quarter, and we'll line up for the extra point kick.
I'll wait to the kick.
There's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. Kick is good. The referees confirm that. And that will make it 21-12 now for Eastside Catholic.
I'll tell you one thing, Tony. If anything builds up a confidence of a quarterback, it's a player like Gabe Hoffman, because several passes that the quarterback, Mackle here, was throwing were either low or high balls or fast, too much zip on them. But he got that ball to Gabe Hoffman and says, "You're my man," and you get an extra drumstick.
Well, we're in high school, Mike, but those were all catchable passes, and Gabe Hoffman caught a pass that was very difficult to catch.
Right. It makes that quarterback look good, and puts a lot of pressure. Again, there's no linebacker that's going to stay with him, and he's bigger than most of the secondary, so that's kind of a dilemma on
he caught that at about the 18-yard line and then dragged folks with him down to the 1.
Right.
17 yards.
Yeah, he was like he was going after that last drumstick at the table. He was working up the field.
Rainier Avenue Radio, Tony B on your play-by-play. M. Yizzle, Yasutaki the Younger on your commentary. And the ball is dropped by Ferndale, number 7. Still on his feet, though, at the 30, up to the 31-yard line.
That was a fortunate play. He got some good yardage on that. Luckily, the ball didn't bounce away from him. It was pretty much in the vicinity. So we'll see what let's see what Ferndale does if they're committed again to handing the ball off number 22, the bread and butter man. Same foot swing, wing right, split left, split backs.
And hand
There's
off
a
over
wing
the
back
right
getting
side
the
to
hand
the
off.
wing back. Mike, you're just right. Stays on his feet,
Right.
puts that hand down and keeps his balance.
You know,
And that's a nice move.
Right, that was a good gain.
Pick up there.
It's okay.
Luke Nelson.
Yeah, it's okay to try for the ball, but if you miss going for the ball, you give up an extra 5, 6, 7 yards. That's exactly what happened. They could have had him and wrapped him up, but the Eastside Catholic player tried to strip the ball and didn't get in good tackling position.
And so that'll be first down at the 42-yard line, still in their own territory. And the handoff to the right side again.
Good D. Reacted well.
The handoff.
The thing about those inside belly plays and the handoff to the inside, sometimes it takes a long time to develop. And then when you have Eastside Catholic D-line pushing up the field, creating a little bit of bubble, then that runner has to run around. It takes them a little longer, and that's why they're able to react to that.
And Luke Nelson is going to lose a yard on that wide receiver end around. This time they go back
There's
to
a
Carlson.
They got
and Carlson
good
stuffed
penetration
in the backfield, as you mentioned, Mike, penetration back there.
Yeah.
And again, the defensive line of the Eastside Catholic Crusaders is playing on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, what they're doing is D-line are taking gaps on either side, creating the lanes for the linebackers and safety to react to, and that's what's causing the losses or negative plays on Ferndale.
Third down now for cornerback Bishop Utsi. Utsi running around in the backfield. He's going to be sacked for a loss. All the way back to the 33-yard line, and Eastside Catholic is on fire.
I don't know I guess you could call that a coverage sack, but there was nobody open. And there was so much penetration. It caused the quarterback to get happy feet.
So fourth down now and about 18 to go for a first down. Ball back at the 35-yard line. Here's the punt. Nice high punt. Calls for a fair catch. Catches the ball at the 35-yard line. And again, Tyson Weaver on the reception. And Eastside Catholic will come out on offense with a 21-12 lead. 6:49 here to go in the game. Eastside Catholic Crusaders 21, Ferndale Golden Eagles 12. Well, that's a couple of times now, Mike, that Ferndale hasn't been able to move the ball on offense in this half. They got the ball first, 3 and out. They got the ball one first down, and then they had to punt again.
Right. They kept putting themselves in the hole. Again, that wingback reverse or that belly play doesn't seem to be working. Now you've got Gabe Hoffman, tandem set. Okay, look like timeout, Eastside Catholic.
Timeout, Eastside Catholic, and Gabe Hoffman looming large in particular with Uribe out of the game.
They brought him way out to the outside in a tandem receiver position. And there's a couple of things you can do. You could throw back to him in a comeback, or you could have the front receiver split the cornerback and the safety, and Gabe Hoffman will be running for that fish witch right down the middle of the field. That's a two-way goal. That's a two-way goal for him if he's out there in the tandem position. Now he's going to be in the slot. Okay, now he's back at conventional.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio .world. It's me, Tony B, on your play-by-play.
Now he's shifted out to tandem.
And your commentary and analysis, M. Yizzle, Mike Yasutake the younger. Mackel here drops back, fires a pass downfield, and that's caught at the 30-yard line. Mackel here on the money. The reception is made.
I can't. Yeah.
And that Eastside Catholic reception, and I don't see a 22 either, Mike, but that was a nice catch. And whatever happened in the locker room. The receivers are now holding on to the ball. And again, a nice catch. And he's been catching them all day. Brandon Ganasha Smurthy.
Penalty. Dead ball foul.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
And they'll bring that one back after Mackle here throwing the ball all around the field, but that one's going to come back.
So they've found something that's working for them.
That'll make it 1st and 15. Ritchie in the backfield. Mackle here throwing the ball all around the field, moving Eastside Catholic down the field. Will they continue to pitch and catch? Mackle here with the screen pass over to number 3, Jaden Reyes. And it's the first time we've called his name tonight, and he plays a role in this Eastside Catholic offense as well.
Right, Jaden Reyes, he's one of their leading receivers too.
Short gain. That'll make it 2nd and about 11 for Eastside Catholic.
That's I'll make it. What's happening when they throw those passes to the boundary, it brings those cornerbacks up.
Inside handoff to Ritchie over the right side. Ritchie stumbles, trying to make a move.
Turf Monster got him.
And he'll be down at about the 30-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and about 7. Oh, make that 3rd and about 9. I have 4 eyes, John, and I still can't see. Excuse me, Mike, and I still can't see. 3rd and 9 for Mackle here. I'm looking for Gabe Hoffman.
Gabe Hoffman is slot left. They got double slots, both sides, left and right. Single back. Ritchie in the backfield.
Looking downfield, looks to the right side, has a receiver, and that's going to be over the head of Gana Shamuthi. Had him, though.
Yeah, he slowed down near the about the goal line. He kind of just throttled down. Wow, he said that better than we did.
I don't know.
Announcer.
I heard him, Mike, but I'm sticking with us.
Okay.
4th down, Eastside Catholic's going for it. 4th
Slot,
and 9.
Right, we got slot left. Trips left.
And Mackler looks to the left side. 3 receivers over there. Fires a pass that bounces up in the air, knocked down, and that one will fall harmlessly to the turf in the end zone. And so Ferndale holds.
He was a little late. He did have a two-way go. He had Gabe Hoffman dragging across the middle. That created that open space, but he was a little late with that throw to that second receiver who was trailing. And that would have been a good play. That was a good play call. Just execution wasn't there.
1st down now for the Ferndale High School Golden Eagles from their own 29-yard line. And it's going to be another halfback pass. They've got a receiver open, and the pass is intercepted by Eastside Catholic to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, the 35, still on his feet, and dragged down at the 37-yard line. And that was a nice interception there from Ambrose March, 6'1", 165-pound junior, and brought that all the way back down to the Ferndale side of the field. Pass was overthrown.
Right. That was a good play. At first I wasn't sure he had gotten it. I thought he just knocked it down. But when he turned upfield, then he had it. So outstanding play defensively. Now they have Gabe Hoffman slot, trips right.
And so we'll see if they try to take it to the house right off of that big play. No, they hand it off to Big Richie, and Big Richie powers his way about 9 yards up to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Yard and a half, maybe 2 short of the 1st down. Pickup of About 8.
He pounded his way down there. That was a good run. See, right now, Ferndale is kind of in a dilemma. They don't know if it's going to be a pass or a run.
And this time Richie in the Wildcat takes the ball. Richie still on his feet. Gets down to about the 13 maybe. Again, a pickup of 12.
Looks like, 13.
About 11. And that's going to be enough for the first down. They'll move the chains. Eastside Catholic on top 21-12 after the interception.
Right.
Looking to take advantage of the turnover.
You got them reeling a little bit. Ferndale's going to have to bowl the neck and rally right here. Make a stop. Again, Gabe Hoffman is the wingback on the left power set. Motion, left to right. There he is.
And that's an inside handoff to Big Richie inside.
Touchdown.
That's going to be a touchdown. A little misdirection there. Great ball handling by Mackle here.
Right.
And I don't think the Ferndale players even knew who had the ball. And if you got Big Richie picking up momentum, it's going to be hard to stop him at that point. Touchdown, Eastside Catholic Crusaders.
They are so locked on to Gabe Hoffman when he was lined up on the left side as a wingback, motion across. The linebacker was moving with him and was out of position. That's why that hole opened up on the left side off tackle. It just, boom, it was just a gaping hole.
And here, the extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. The referees confirm. That is going to make it 28-12 with 3:09 left to go in the third quarter. Ferndale's down by 16. Mike, still 2 touchdowns if they can get the touchdown and go for 2. But a 28-12 lead by these Eastside Catholic Crusaders pulling away a little bit.
A little bit. And like I said, they've got a whole quarter to go, though. And we'll see how this next offensive series of Ferndale, see what they're committed to. Probably, again, like I said, you can't go wrong with Isaiah Carlson. I mean, that's a given to me. He's capable of breaking it the distance. So using him possibly as like in your play action or as a receiver, I don't think they've thrown to him yet. Do you recall them?
I do not remember a pass being thrown.
No, I've seen him throw
Isaiah
2 passes.
Carlson.
Yeah, he's thrown 2 passes, but I don't recall seeing him as a receiver. And that would be another option they might be holding close to their vest. So they may have to, pull out all the stops now. No need to panic, though. No need to panic on Ferndale's part.
There's the kick.
Nice kick.
And that's going to go into the end zone. He ran in the end zone, but decides to run it out. Ball at the 20 up to about the 24-yard line. And that's where Ferndale will take over. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. We enjoy bringing you these broadcasts. We do this to give you the broadcast that you can watch for free 99. If you'd like to donate to us, you certainly can, and we'd appreciate it. Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. Give us a donation. $5, $10, $20, $100. We'll take $1,000. We enjoy bringing you these games for free. And hand off to Ferndale inside for a short pickup. Carlson for about 4 yards. And we'll, one way or another, be here next week as O'Day has already cemented their place in the finals. And so, again, it's me, Tony B, on your play-by-play. M. Yizzle, Mike Yasataki the younger, on your commentary and analysis. Again, that's Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. $5, $10, $20, $200. You know what, Mike? I'm going to say $2,000.
That's great.
And we are broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can listen to Rainier Avenue Radio all day, every day, a variety of shows over 80 shows produced or hosted by members of our community. You'll find a number of different shows, talk shows. Of course, we broadcast high school sports and music shows, potentially award-winning fresh juice. And then also we broadcast youth programming, and then to run up the middle and look at Isaiah Carlson run through players, just shedding and shredding that Eastside Catholic defense. And, of course, we broadcast from our community as well.
You know, I was going to say, Tony, as you're talking about that, I've listened to some very amazing shows. Just the quality and the content, the material, it's very, very informative. And I think it's a great, great asset and to the community. So I thank Rainier Avenue Radio.world for providing that for the community as a community person.
Again, if you'd like to donate to us, Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. And we are a community radio station. Your donations keep us going, so they are greatly appreciated. We got an official timeout, Mike.
Yeah, something, I don't know, it was involving Isaiah Carlson. I don't know if they saw something physically with him or something, but they took him out.
And Uzi with the handoff inside. And again, a big pickup on first down.
Bungard, their fullback. It's at the direct dive handoff.
Taylor Bungard, they're going to give him about 8.
Yeah. Carlson's back in. This is a good passing down. This is a good down to fake a run and dump off either the wingback or the split. I don't think they've thrown to the split receiver yet on the right-hand side.
Again, tight formation, one receiver to the right side, and the ball ends up in the hands of Carlson. He's got some rooms around the right side, enough room for him to pick up the first down. There were Eastside Catholic players there, but again, stuck that foot in the ground. And what did you call that, Mike? The runner's lean?
Right. He has that forward lean. I think that was 25, though. They faked it to him and gave it to number 25 for Ferndale. And they're trying to see if they made it. That was Luke Nelson, that wide wing back. They handed it off inside. It was a double, actually like a double reverse.
And we saw them run that to the other side of the field.
Right. They're running that with wing backs on either side. And that's the inside belly play, inside reverse handoff.
Quarterback Bishop Uzi, 5'11", 170-pound junior, also plays cornerback. Inside handoff to Carlson.
Yep.
And once again, it's deja vu all over again. Carlson dragging defenders with him, pickup of about 4, but he was hit at the original line of scrimmage.
They're again, like I said, well, they're going to say, we're going to run our big guy, see if you can stop him. They're going to mix in a little bit of motion. So there goes wide play.
And over there, and that's going to be a pickup enough for the first down. Ball's on the carpet. Once again, Tyson Weaver on top of it, but they're going to say he's down.
Yeah. To me, it looked like the runner was down his back. The backside was down, so I didn't see the ball moving, and he had possession of it when he hit the ground, and then the ball popped up. So, and the official was right there.
So we're at 0-0. We got 12 more minutes of football left here at Leon H. Brigham Field Memorial Stadium. Eastside Catholic Crusaders in front of the Ferndale Golden Eagles, 28-12, and we will go to Mr. Daniel Bellis.
Yeah, a little bit of tournament history for you guys for the Final Four. It has been confirmed that this is actually Yelm's first trip to the Final Four in school history. Wow. So shouts out to the top-seeded, undefeated Yelm Tornadoes. It's their first time in the Final Four. Of course, Bellevue, they're defending their championship from last year. Eastside Catholic, if they win, they will be back in the Final Four because they were last year. And O'Day is back in the Final Four for the first time since 2019. Obviously, there was no tournament in 2020, so they didn't make it last year. So 2019 was the last one. The last time Ferndale was in the Final Four was back in 2005 when they were the state champion.
Probably Jake Locker was on that team.
More than likely.
Yeah.
All right, we'll line up here for fourth quarter action. Ferndale with the ball on the 29-yard line of Eastside Catholic. Isaiah Carlson with the handoff inside. And I keep saying this, pushing. Picks up a few extra yards after contact, even though he was hit about a yard or two after scrimmage. He's got that ball up for about a 6-yard pickup. That'll make it second and about 4.
One characteristic that we've seen, Tony, all year is the good backs have that balance, keep their feet under them, have that forward lean, and they keep their feet moving. They all have those characteristics.
2 backs in the backfield. Again, that's tight formation. And Carlson, again, up the middle, might be about a half a yard short, depending on where they mark this, of the first down. That'll bring up third down. And they'll be about a half a yard short of the first down on third down for Ferndale. Ball at the 20-yard line. They really need to get about the 19 and a half.
And this series, this drive has been all run. It's just handoff to Carlson, Bongard.
And again, handoff to Carlson. He dips, stays on his feet, and again leans forward for extra yardage and picks up 4 on a play that could have been stopped for 1 or 2.
That was a good move on his part. He got out of the grasp of that tackler and he kept his feet moving. And basically tumbled forward. But again, like I said, he's always falling forward. I've never seen him lose yardage going backwards.
Bishop Bootsy, again, that tight formation. And again, the ball handed off inside. Pulling around the right side, still on his feet. And that should get the ball down to about the 11-yard line, maybe the 12. We'll see where they spot it, down to the 11. So again, forward progress, pickup of about 3. Second and still get a first down. They can get down to just inside the 5 for a first down.
Yeah. They're basically saying, okay, we're going to run the ball. Come and stop us.
Carlson in the backfield.
Carlson in the backfield, wing right, split left receiver.
And the handoff to Carlson inside. And this time that Eastside Catholic defense
good deep
is up to the task.
Right. Hey.
Carlson still picks up a yard. They'll give him forward progress to about the 10. So, Mike, your streak of Carlson and negative yardage remains intact.
He got the ball, and the hole that he wanted to go to was blocked, was cut off. So, but he still managed to gain a yard. But I saw, he tried to make his cut, but they were in on him. Eastside Catholic did a good job of penetration. They know where 22 is all the time.
Third down, about 6 to go. Rolls to the right side and might get in for the touchdown all the way over to the marker over there. And again, do the ref signal touchdown? Do they say touchdown for Luke Nelson, that wide receiver in run? You said not quite a jet sweep?
No, it's just an inside belly from the wing back. He's coming from the right to the left, and it's basically a power sweep. You want to call it USC special, except he's not coming out of the back. He's coming from the wing formation, but there were a bunch of people there.
That'll make it 28-18, Mike, and 8:48 left to go in the game. I think they're going to go for 2 to try to make this a one-score game. And they are.
Okay, here goes either Big Mac or Big Witch, Isaiah Carlson.
Carlson does get the ball, dances around in the backfield. They're grabbing, still on his feet. Carlson is going to be dragged down for a loss. So the 2-point conversion is not. And that'll keep the score at 28-18 after that touchdown by Luke.
Right. So that the big fish witch, Big Mac, is off the board. Yeah, but I think everybody in the stadium knew that 22 was going to get that ball. They didn't. They don't. The thing that was so surprising, and they didn't have the propensity or proclivity to try and pass that. They were just going to go power straight into the try and get the 2-point. Now I'll tell you this, Tony. Next time, if they have an opportunity to go for 2-point conversion, they will put a variation on that, and they'll probably look to pass it or have some kind of new wrinkle.
8:48 left here to go in the game. The Eastside Catholic Crusaders on top, 28 over the Ferndale Golden Eagles, 18. Ferndale about to kick off after that touchdown,
right.
A wide receiver.
Now that type of drive, all rushing, kind of sends a message to Eastside Catholic that we're here. We're not going anywhere. So they've got to come back with their A game.
Luke Nelson with the touchdown. And here is the kick. It's a squib kick, bouncer on the ground, bounces up high, fielded at the 18-yard line, up to the 30, the 35, the 40, and out to the 44-yard line.
Almost. Wow. Could almost broke that. I thought maybe if he had that one block, he had an alley. There was an alley there.
Came pretty close. That was Jeremiah Burrows. I know that there was some Ferndale folks biting their fingers white-knuckled as he was running up the field and looked potentially like he might split those defenders.
Yeah.
And then it would have been a foot race. Mackle here rolls to his right side, decides to take off with it up to the 45. Mackle here still on his feet to about the 49. They're trying to pull the ball out of his hands, and Mackle here hangs on.
Yeah.
And they finally drop him, but they'll give him forward progress up to the 49-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5.
That was a nice wrinkle. They had Gabe Hoffman on the right-hand side. They did kind of a ball fake, and he rolled out, and Gabe Hoffman was parallel to him. I thought he was going to dump into him, but Mackle here was looking downfield.
2nd and 5 for Eastside Catholic. McElhoyer in the shotgun, hands the ball off inside to Richie. Big Richie still pushing forward. His offensive line pushing him forward. He'll maybe get a yard out of that, maybe 2. And that'll take the ball to the Ferndale side of the field, just on the other side of the 50.
About 3rd and 5.
Or should I say the 50?
50, right.
The 50.
To third and 5, a little too far to run. Maybe some kind of play action miss or even a screen. There's the power set left. Oh, he's going to run. Keeper. Oh, he kept it. That was a direct snap.
And all the way down to the 31-yard line. That will be a first down. That will move the chains for Eastside Catholic.
That was like you called a modified Wildcat. They snapped it to Richie, and he hit that hole with determination. That's for sure. He got upfield real quick.
No, I see that.
Pistol set.
Buddha Baby says hello to me, so hello, Buddha Baby.
All right.
Ball inside handoff. Richie with some room. Shakes the receiver over to the right side, to the 25, to the 20, to 15. Still on his feet. Richie all the way down near the 10-yard line. Richie Fatu Ali Ifua. Fatu Ali Ifua.
Beautiful run. He used his blocker. Yes. You saw that, Tony.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he rode the hip of his blocker and got everything he could out of it. Outstanding run. Now he's in deep eye set in the pistol.
So Eastside Catholic in the red zone now, 6:37 left. Mackel here looks, fires a strike. Ball is bobbled, and finally caught before he steps out of the end zone. And that's a touchdown for number 6, Brandon Ganashamurthy. Ganashamurthy for the touchdown.
The double catch doesn't add to his reception total, okay? It's only one catch. So batting the ball up and then catching again is not 2 receptions. But that was a great play. They set that up. There was Richie was in the deep eye and pistol set, and they're so conscious of that run. That opened up really well for them.
Eastside Catholic now stretches that lead back out, 34-18 with 6:28 to go, and that didn't take much time. M. Yizzle.
That was on dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Eastside Catholic, and that will be administered on the kickoff.
Come on, Ferndale, the Ferndale fans still in support of the Golden Eagles, even though Eastside Catholic just put 6-7 on the board to make it 35-18. Eastside Catholic with 6:28 here to go in the game. Mike, anything's possible.
Yes, anything's possible, but again, like I said, they're going to have to open it up now. You got 6 minutes, 28 seconds. They've got to open it up to get some kind of a score. Otherwise, they can drive down the field like they did previous series, and they'll use 3-4 minutes up. They won't have enough time, because it's a 3-score game right now. So it's I think they're gonna have to open it up a little bit. I mean, you've got the kid Isaiah Carlson that's capable of going the distance, but the way Eastside Catholic is playing, pretty well balanced on defense, it's going to be tough for him to break a long one. I don't see that happening. Again, like you said, anything can happen.
So now they're going to knock off the big ticket. That ball originally placed at the 40, and that's going to go all the way back to the 25 now. So Ferndale should get pretty good field position. And I know if you're a Ferndale fan, even better than good field position would be a return that goes to the house.
Yeah. I don't think Eastside Catholic would try an onside kick here. That probably wouldn't be the best option. I'm being facetious, so no. Try and get up the field.
And the left-footed kicker for Eastside Catholic. They do the double clap. There's the kick.
Nice
Boots
kick.
it down to the 24, up to the 30, the 35, up to the 40.
That was a good kick and good coverage.
Runs into a pile of players at about the 41-yard line. They'll give him the 42.
That wasn't as, like I said, demonstrative. It wasn't, like I said, the outcome wasn't as bad as it could have been, like anticipated. So let's see what Ferndale is committed to doing again.
And Ferndale really just sticking with what they do. 6:20 now, John. Do they have to start throwing the ball up in the air again? That double
inside
handoff to
inside
Luke
belly
Nelson, and this time it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Is it time, Mike, for Ferndale to start tossing that ball around the yard?
I think so, because they can't have a 4 or 5 minute drive. They won't have enough time. What the problem with the inside belly is, if you get penetration, then that makes, again, like I said, makes that runner run the bubble. The other thing, expect a fake and Isaiah Carlson keeping the ball and with a run pass option. So that might be in the works. Second man through. They've read that pretty well. Yeah.
And again, Taylor Bungard, slight pickup.
Yeah.
That's still going to make it third and about 11 and a half. I could just say 11.
Yeah.
Third down now for Ferndale. This is a pretty big play, Mike.
Yep.
And they drop back to pass. Looks to the left side. Has a receiver there. Short pickup. That'll be a pickup of about 6, which would make it about 4th and 6 at the 45, 46. 4th and 6 at the 46.
The referee is calling timeout unless something injured player.
I think we do have an injured Eastside Catholic player over on the sideline. In officials timeout, you are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio .world. It's me, Tony B, on your play-by-play. If you are watching the game, yes, like it or not, I'm representing USC. That's where my daughter goes to school. So, yeah, that's it. Go Trojans. I'm a Husky.
Yeah, too late to clean it up. It's too late. That was Tyson Weaver. He's walking off on his own power, but might be a shoulder issue.
Tyson Weaver has played a pretty good game.
Yes, he has. Kind of favoring his right shoulder a little bit.
At the interception, batted down a pass.
Yeah, he did. But you know, Tony, Thanksgiving dinner, I can eat left-handed.
4th down and 6.
It's a ball game here.
Drops back to pass.
It's a ball
and he's
game.
going to be sacked for a loss in the backfield.
Penalty flag.
Penalty flag down. And, you know, Mike, I just got to say it. The passing game for Ferndale, there's a lot to be desired. And when you put yourself in a position like this and you're doing something that you don't normally do, that only makes it that much more difficult.
Right. Well, the theory on that philosophy is pass when you want to, not pass when you need to. And sometimes you can get yourself in a situation where you need to pass, but then everybody knows that's the scenario.
And at the end of the day, Mike, they put the ball on the carpet a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Eastside Catholic took advantage of it. There was the interception as well. They're going to get the penalty, though, so they'll get another shot at this. I don't know what that call was, whether it was a neutral zone infraction but it's a 5-yard penalty. That'll make it 4th and about 4. So we'll redo this.
Yeah, quarterback lost about 10 yards, but they moved the ball back to looks like the original line of scrimmage.
Luke Nelson on the right side. Quarterback doesn't look his way. Does get the short pass over to Carlson on the left side, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and an extra yard and go out of bounds and stop the clock.
And that was his first reception coming out of the backfield.
4:29 left to go in the game. Ball on the 47-yard line of Eastside Catholic. Ferndale down by 17. Eastside Catholic 35. Ferndale, you do the math. I'll just tell you. It's 18. Back to pass again. And once again, Bishop Uzi is dragged down for a loss. And let's talk about the difference, Mike, if you will, between run blocking and pass blocking.
Well, pass blocking, you got to keep your feet moving. Once you engage the opposition player, you got to keep your feet moving. If you cross your feet or if you lose your leverage, then basically he's gone by you. The other thing is you have to set up quicker. You can't be late. You've got to set up quicker so that you can.
This time Uzi drops back quick, fires a pass into the air. 2 defenders back there with Luke Nelson. One of them bats it down. That was, again, number 7.
Number 7.
Who that just can't be the kicker.
Bryson Ross, is that who that is?
Well, that's right. I'm looking at the wrong. That was Bryson Ross. Yeah,
Bryson Ross.
Junior, 6'3", 180.
Well, again, getting back to what you said, if you don't consciously work on passing, it's a whole different mindset. So now you got to turn on those skills. There goes the
Third
inside
and about
handle.
18, and they're going to run the ball on 3rd and 18. Luke Nelson tries to jump over
Tyson Weaver,
the defender,
number 9.
Ambrose Marsh.
Yeah, Marsh.
And Marsh grabs him by the ankle, and it probably looked worse than it felt, but it probably didn't feel great either to be up in the air and having your foot grabbed. And
well, like we say, parallel to the Earth's longitude. It's a 4th down and 14 or 4th down and 13.
4th down and about 13 to go, and Carlson in the backfield. Bishop Uzi looks back again. That rush come. Uzi's going to have to get rid of it.
There's nowhere to go.
Tackled in the backfield for a loss. Lays on his back and gives up the ball. And you can tell that young man is tired, maybe a little frustrated.
He has
a little of both.
He has no time to throw. I don't even think he's able to see his check down if there is a check down. Again, like you said, sometimes you get into a mindset where you pass because you need to, not pass when you want to. And this is a situation where they had to open it up. And like I was saying to you, Tony, what kind of commitment is that? Are you gonna pass, or are you gonna run, or are you gonna do both?
Well, you got 5 seconds, 4 seconds on the clock, on the field clock. 2 seconds, 1. They do get it off, and that'll be a short pickup.
Ferndale
Richie
should call timeout.
Well, did they call timeout?
I said they should, but
well, the clock is still running.
Yeah, you'd think they'd call a timeout.
30 seconds on the field clock, and Mackle here just taking his time. 20 seconds on the field clock, 2:27 on the game clock.
Yeah, they're letting him run that play clock down.
And Gabe Hoffman lines up inside.
Wing back, yep.
5-4, then they get the snap off. Richie gets it around the right side. If he can get past this defender, he'll have some room, but no outrunning to the edge that time, and falls down inbounds, making it, again, 2 minutes, and the clock's still running. No 2-minute warning in high school football.
No, and no timeout from Ferndale. No timeout. They've got 3 timeouts.
150, 149, 148. 3rd down for Eastside Catholic. And again, Mackle here says, oh, just a minute.
Just keep running the clock.
Let me take my time. 8 seconds, 7, 6, probably snap it at about 3, 4. They do get the snap off. Richie is trapped up in the backfield, and they've got him back at about the 50. Forward progress, though, up to about the 47.5. 1:22 left, and there's that timeout, I think.
Okay. 1:22.
We have a timeout on the field called by Ferndale.
So ball at the 47-yard line of Ferndale. 4th down for Eastside Catholic.
And 13 yards to go.
If I was Eastside Catholic, I'd just punt the ball. There's a minute 22. Ferndale's already used 1 timeout. They've got to marshal up an offense that can get them down the field quickly, but it doesn't look like they're able to do that with the way that Eastside Catholic's defense is rallying. Yeah, Eastside Catholic is in a shell. They're gonna let you. No, that's. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Eastside Catholic's in the punt formation.
In punt formation.
Yep.
There's the kick. Blocked by Ferndale. Ball rolling around on the 38-yard line, gathered in by an Eastside Catholic player. Ferndale will have the ball at the 40-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting play. I didn't think the Ferndale player could get to, I guess he reached up.
This Tuesday, starting at 11 o'clock, you can see if you're eligible for help for your business from Seattle's Office of Economic Development through their latest program, the Storefront Repair Fund. And then there's also Shop to the Beat. That'll be on at 11:30. Small business advocate Dominic Meeks will be talking about the Storefront Repair Fund. And nightlife business advocate Scott Pasqualic explains the Shop to the Beat program. And we've got a kind of a flip pass out there on the field that's going to be complete for about 3 yards. So again, at 11 o'clock, find out more about the Storefront Repair Fund where you can get money. If you've had something happen to you, you can get, I think, up to $2,000 to repair your storefront. And then there's Shop to the Beat, which is music in different businesses and different locations in the Seattle area. Find out more about that at 11 on Tuesday, and then at 11:30. 11 o'clock again will be the Storefront Repair Fund. And Dominic Meeks will be joining, actually, me to discuss that. And then Shop to the Beat. We'll be joined by Scott Pasqualic. Find out more about musicians playing in businesses on the 22nd.
Timeout, Ferndale.
And thank you to a couple of folks who donated to us via Venmo. We appreciate it. If you'd like to donate, you can do it at Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. And we're a community radio station. And we do bring these games to you for free. So that for those of you who cannot make it to the game, or those of you who live anywhere in the country, in the world, can watch these games, watch your nieces, watch your nephews, brothers, grandsons play. This is a donation at Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Pass from Utsi is complete. That's going to be
first down.
Complete and a first down to about the 27-yard line. 21 seconds to go here in the game.
10 yards, first down, 10 to go, Golden Eagles.
Uchi drops back, goes to the end zone, and the attempt there is well covered. So with 9 seconds left, that pass was batted down. 9 seconds left.
Eastside Catholic just going to stay in their two deep shell, drop off linebackers, get depth. Keep everything in front.
So it looks like we're going to have an all-Metro semifinal next week for you. With 9 seconds left, O'Day has already positioned themselves into the Final Four bracket. 6 seconds left. Eastside Catholic up 35-18. I just don't see how anyway at this point, Mike, we can't call this game for Eastside Catholic. However, there are 6 seconds left in the game.
Right, in another world, it's a possibility. But well-deserved win, though, Eastside Catholic's part. They did what they had to do.
Utsi back, looks into the end zone, fires a pass in the middle, bobbled, dropped, hits the turf. We are now at 000. Your final score, the Eastside Catholic Crusaders 35, the Ferndale Golden Eagles 18. Eastside Catholic moves on. Next week, the O'Day Fighting Irish will take on the Eastside Catholic Crusaders. The winner of that game will go on to meet the winner of Yelm and Bellevue. Mr. Bellis, you have anything you want to talk about quickly before we pack up and go?
I think you just said what I was about to say. Yes, sir. Eastside Catholic, O'Day. And we do want to say this will be, of course, a rematch from a game that went back and forth all game long earlier this season between the two. The Irish were actually leading in the final minutes, and the Crusaders, with only 2 minutes left, were able to put in a touchdown when the game was 17-16, and that is why Eastside Catholic is undefeated, and O'Day was given only one loss on the season. So the Irish are licking their chops right now because there's a chance for payback.
All right, we'll find out whether that's Friday or Saturday, or do we know yet?
It will be Saturday, November 26th.
At what time?
No idea.
No time yet, but that will be Saturday. We will cover that game for you. Thanks, M. Yizzle, Mike, Yasataki the younger. Great job.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So what's going to happen next week when we have Yasataki the younger and Yasataki the elder on the same broadcast? Boy.
Bring Geritol for the older Yasatake, okay?
On behalf of CEO Evans on the camera, Daniel Bellis on updates and production, Jay Yeezy, M. Yizzle, the Yasataki twins on your commentary and play-by-play. It's me, Tony B, thanking you again for joining us here at Leon H. Brigham Field Memorial Stadium. One more again, if you'd like to donate, Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. We really appreciate it. That's it. That's all the time that we have. That's going to do it for the kids. Saturday night under the lights. Until next week, everyone be safe. Have a great holiday.
Good night.